walked away into the darkness toward a residential area I'd never explored. I remember standing there for maybe 30 seconds, trying to figure out if I was actually worried or just bored and looking for something to worry about. I decided it was probably coincidence. People live in the same neighborhoods. People take the same buses. That's how cities work. But here's where it got strange. The next night, I decided to take a different bus. Not because of the man, or at least I told myself that wasn't the reason. I needed to pick up groceries anyway, so I got off 2 stops earlier and walked the long way home through the commercial district. It added maybe 15 minutes to my commute, and I saw him again. He was standing outside a convenience store I passed, just standing there, holding a bag. The brown Carhartt jacket, same shifting stance. When I walked past, he didn't acknowledge me, but I felt him watching. I didn't look directly at him. I just kept moving. That's when I became certain something was wrong. I started varying my schedule completely. Different buses, different times. Sometimes I'd call a cab. Sometimes I'd walk straight home and skip the grocery shopping. For about a week, I didn't see him. I felt stupid for being scared. I convinced myself it had been random chance. Different people wearing the same type of jacket, my brain making connections that weren't there. Then one evening, I think it was the following Wednesday, I was walking home from work instead of taking the bus. Different route entirely, through the industrial park that runs behind the downtown core. It's not scenic, but it's direct. Warehouses, loading docks, not many people. I was maybe halfway through when I heard footsteps behind me. I didn't turn around immediately. I just kept walking at the same pace, listening. The footsteps matched mine, same rhythm, same cadence. When I sped up slightly, they sped up too. When I slowed down, they slowed down. I stopped completely and turned around. There was a man about 40 feet back, and yes, it was him. Brown Carhartt jacket, But here's the thing. The moment I turned to look at him, he stopped walking. We just stood there, both of us, maybe 40 feet apart. And he did that weight-shifting thing with his legs. His face wasn't clear from that distance, but his shoulders were squared toward me. He wasn't pretending to check his phone or tie his shoe or anything. He was just there. I didn't say anything. I turned back around and kept walking. I walked faster, not quite running, and I didn't look back. My apartment was only about 8 minutes away from that point. When I got to my door, I fumbled with my keys for maybe 5 seconds, which felt like forever, and got inside. I didn't see him walk past my building, but I also wasn't sure if he would. I locked the deadbolt, then the chain lock, and pulled the curtains shut. What I'm about to tell you is the part that bothers me the most, because it's the part that makes this feel real and present even now, 4 years later. I never saw him again after that day in the industrial park. Not once. I went back to my normal bus schedule 2 weeks later. I walked home differently some nights. I never saw the brown Carhartt jacket again. No confrontation, no explanation, no resolution. I never found out who he was or why he was following me. I never learned what would have happened if I hadn't gone straight inside. I don't know if he got scared when I turned around, or if something else happened in his life, or if there was ever an actual threat at all. But the thing is, that's what makes it stay with me. It's not the mystery of what might have happened. It's the certainty that something was happening, that I wasn't paranoid, that a man in a brown Carhartt jacket followed me on buses and on streets for at least a week, and the only reason it stopped was because I changed my behavior. Sometimes I wonder if he's still out there, doing this to someone else. And sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't noticed. If I'd stayed on that bus routine for another week, or another month. I know better now. I trust that feeling when something is off. Because 4 years later, I still remember him standing there in the industrial park, weight shifted on one leg watching me.